Hello everybody. I have hypertension and I was doing some research online and apparently beets are really good for hypertension. Now I'm not a medical doctor, no qualifications or anything like that, so don't take this as medical advice. But I have read that drinking 1 cup of beet juice a day can lower your blood pressure. So I don't know if there's any truth to that or not, but I am going to powderize and make a beet juice and powderize it, and we'll be using that for a week or two, and I want to see how that comes out with my blood pressure, see if it makes the dramatic change that a lot of people claim. So what I did was I shopped around, and Walmart by far was about half price of everybody else, and they had beets for $2.44 for a bundle. Now you got to catch them at the right time, because when I went there they had these big beets. Well, thrown in with those they had really small beets, so you want to catch that at the right time to get a nice big beet. I think that's more value for money, I don't know, but yeah, $2.44 for a bundle. So I got 5 bundles here of beets, and we are going to use at least some of these greens, because they say the greens are actually better than the beet themselves, but they have a little bitter taste, so we won't overdo the greens, but we will be using the greens. So what I need to do now is get these all washed up, and then we'll chop them up and juice them. So I'll see you after I get these all washed up. Okay, so I've washed these beets, and now we are getting ready to peel them. So I'm going to cut the root off. I'm going to cut the top off. And I'm going to cut that part off and throw that part away. We are going to pick through there and get any nasty looking stems out, and keep those stems and leaves, and we're going to add that to our juice. Now, online they say if you can eat this skin of the beet, but they say it tastes earthy. To me, earthy is a nice way of saying it tastes like dirt, because it tastes like it's got dirt in it, kind of like mud pies when I was a kid. So I am going to just peel these beets. I'm going to do this over the sink for the rest of them, but I'm going to show you. I got my potato peeler here, and I'm just going to take that outer layer off of the beet, and we'll throw that away. That's it. So we'll throw that away, and like I said, I'll do the rest of these over the sink. We're going to chop this up into pieces. That'll be easy to get into my... I think I'm going to try my Omega juicer and juice these. We'll see how well that goes. We're just going to chop these up in little bits. The size that'll go through a juicer. I could also use my blender. I think I'm going to try my juicer. Alright, we'll get the rest of these done over by the sink, and I'll be right back. Okay. So first thing I've noticed is I didn't cut my chunks small enough, but here's my greens that are rinsed really well, and I'm draining those right now. And here's my beets, but I'm going to have to cut them smaller as I put them in. Alright, let's turn her on and start juicing. Look how dry that comes out from the juicer. So this Omega is what they call a cold press. Apparently that's better for extracting your juice than the other ones. So it's quite an expensive piece of equipment, but it retains a lot of the nutrients, I'm told. I mean, I don't know, I'm not an expert. But what I like about this is this comes out so dry, the pulp, that I feel like I'm getting my money's worth in the juice. Look at that. Look how dry that is. You see that? Can't go wrong with that. Okay, my bowl is getting pretty full, so I'm going to dump some of that off. So we'll say we got 8 cups out of those beets plus froth. Alright, let me get this all cleaned up and then I'm going to talk to you about what we got here. Okay, so let's look at what we got here. We got 8 cups of pure beet juice, almost exactly 8 cups. I got this foam that I skimmed off the top of that, and I'm just going to leave that sit for a while and see if all the bubbles pop basically, and I get some more juice out of that. So I'm going to leave that sit. But what is amazing about the Omega is, check this out. This is the pulp. Look at that. I don't think I could squeeze another drop out of that. And that is why I like the Omega juicer. Now, I am going to put this in the freezer because there's a lot of fiber in there. And one of my viewers out there, after seeing this video, is going to tell me what to do with this stuff. I know I could put it in the compost heap, which I don't have, but I could just mix it in with the topsoil in my little garden that I got. But maybe somebody else might have a better, look at how dry that is, have a better idea for all that fiber. So I'm going to pour this in my trays in the freezer. There's 4 cups there, so I should get about 2 trays if I'm ambitious, because I don't want to overfill them and make a mess, especially with beet juice, because it stains everything. And next time you see this, they'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. And I hope that don't blow up, but I don't think it will. Okay, just an update here. This has been in the freezer for 24 hours. And you can see that it's very sticky, not frozen in some places. This is my froth that I decided to add to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this thaw out, and we are going to dilute this to 50-50. 50% this juice and 50% water, because I don't want to mess in my freeze dryer. So just wanted to update you on that. Looks like you do want to dilute your beet juice. Okay, that was in the freeze dryer for over 40 hours. Again, that's due to my schedule, but I figured that was a safe time anyway, being how this is so full of sugar. So first thing I noticed here is it had quite a bit of bubbling up. Nothing disastrous because I watered this down, so it looks like watering that down was a good idea. And it also looks like it was a good idea to line those trays. Alright, so let's get these powderized. I might have to use it. I don't think that's going to come out too easily. I mean, it comes out really easy. I might not be able to pick them up in pieces. I want to get the best I can all this out because I want that juice. This roll is rolling that out. There you go. That is 8 cups of beet juice. Powderized down to that little bit. So let me get a jar. We'll get this jarred up. There you have it. That is what I got from 8 cups of beet juice, which is about 2 cups of powder. What do you think of that? That's going to go good in my smoothies, I think. Alright. Don't know what else to tell you about this. Pretty easy to do, really. Just, I think I'd be tempted to dilute it. I mean, it bubbled up, even though I diluted it, but it was bubbled up small bubbles. And if I hadn't diluted it, it might have just foamed all the way up and exploded. I don't know. But I'll certainly be diluting it in future. And I need a lot more beets to fill that jar. So, another one from John and Bibbs. And I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.